Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Kiarza here, and I thought I'd talk about some of the horrible, painful, terrible bites that I've experienced growing up as a child and somewhat into an adult as well. Alrighty, so probably the worst of the bites that I've ever experienced would be, your typical standard stings from bees, wasps. And I think I might have been at one point stung by a hornet too, but I can't really remember. I know that, oh no, with a yellow jacket. I've been stung with yellow jackets, bees, wasps. Now, the thing about those three is that bees, especially like honeybees or bumblebees, rarely sting. They actually don't want to sting. However, when it comes to yellow jackets and wasps, yes, they are evil little yellow and black demons that will try to intentionally sting you. Now, the sting is far worse than it is getting a bite from one of these insects. I've been bitten by them too, and the bite is no nearly as bad as it is as a sting, where it feels like the fires of hell surging through your body. Now, that's not really the worst either when it comes to particular types of bites. Well, actually, probably one of the mildest bites I've had is bites from farmer ants. Now, what we have around here is we don't have fire ants. I mean, people always mistake like the red ants that we have in the Rocky Mountain region as fire ants. Those are not fire ants. Fire ants come from tropical climates like Florida, for example. We have farmer ants. I think the other name for them is harvester ants. They do hurt when they bite, but not nearly as bad as other types of insects that we have in the Rocky Mountain region. One of the other things I've been bit by too, it was some kind of spider at one time, but it was not a black widow or a brown recluse or anything else like that. But it was just a small spider. I'm not even sure what kind of species it was, but when that thing bit, I didn't even realize I was actually being bit by a spider. I mean, I felt like a sting or whatever, kind of like a hot sting down my ankle, and I pulled my pant leg up, and there it was, tiny spider, chomping down on me. Kind of like, in The Simpsons when Bart's like wondering if he's experiencing guilt or not. He's getting that burning sensation in the back of his neck. It turns out he's getting bit by a spider.
Yeah, I guess it is guilt.
Kind of like that. You know it, not sure what it is, but you feel it, and it could be something else, but it's not. So, moving on, what else have I been bit by? Oh yeah, I've been bit by dogs. I've been bitten by cats numerous times because I've owned many cats throughout my life, my childhood and adulthood, and my adolescent years as well too. And cats, sometimes they can draw blood, other times not so much. Sometimes the cats give you like a playful bite, other times they chomp down hard if they're upset, or sometimes just because they just don't know any better. One of the cats that my sister-in-law had did that just thing. I was trying to feed it some treats, and all of a sudden it just chomped down on my finger, on my thumb. It got me right on the edge of where the fingernail was, and I hurt like a holy son of a bitch and started bleeding everywhere. Wasn't mad at the cat at all because, of course, it was actually a very friendly cat. One of the worst experiences of cat attacks I've ever had was my older brother's cat that attacked me twice. It one time laid into my arm when I was trying to protect my cat from being attacked by his cat. And to try to separate the two, I had to stick my stupid ass arm right in between the two. And my cat didn't attack me, of course. My brother's cat did, and bit me all over my arm and scratched me all up and down my arm. I did go into the ER to get checked out and stuff like that, and the doctor looked at my arm, and first thing he said to me is like, "What happened?" I was like, "Cat attack." He's like, "What'd you do?" I was like, "Tried to stick my hand in between the two cats," and he's like, "Don't do that." And I'm like, "Next time, get a water bottle." And it's like, all right. And he didn't really do much for my arm. He just, put some Neosporin on it and stuff like that, which I'm allergic to, by the way, and then wrapped up my arm in an ace bandage and sent me on my merry way. And then, years later, I got attacked by Zen cat again, only it was my leg on the same side of my body. So, first time around, left arm. Second time around, it was my left leg. And how that happened, I was trying to protect my other older brother's dogs from being attacked by the cat because the cat was insane And I just nonchalantly just put my leg out in front of the cat. And the cat just started tearing into my leg. And, never mind. Come to think of it, no, it was the opposite leg. Because it almost got me, like right on top of one of the little cysts I have on my knee. And it left all kinds of weird, crazy scratches on my leg. And one of them, the way the scratches looked, it almost looked like a Boo Buddy, from Mario Brothers. And actually, I turned it into a Boo Buddy. Because again, I had to go all the way up to the hospital, to the ER, and I'm sitting there in the waiting room, and I'm just drawing on my leg, and I just turn my scratches into a Boo Buddy. And I called it a Boo Boo Buddy. And I gave him a top hat and a monocle. And then he was a dapper Boo Boo Buddy. Yeah, I've got no life, apparently. Alrighty. And moving on to the piece de la resistance, which was probably the absolute worst bite I've ever experienced in my entire life. When I was a little kid, I got bit by a pig. You're probably wondering, how did I get bit by a pig? Well, it's because this particular drow didn't listen to teacher's words. And the teacher was like, okay, when we go to feed the pigs, throw the dandelions over the fence. What do? I try to feed the dandelions off my hand, because I want to see what it feels like when a little piggy licks my fingers eating dandelion. And that piggy bit down hard on my fingies. I'm surprised I still have them because it bled everywhere. And then my mom was freaking out, and the kids were freaking out, and then the teacher started freaking out, and then the farmer started freaking out, Oh my God, Kiara's is bleeding all over the place. Well, we need to do something about this. I'm like I didn't have to go to the hospital or anything like that. But what I remember, it was just bending up my fingers and stuff like that, But holy shit, never, ever, ever try to feed piggies dandelions off your hand. And also, it's like that other thing in The Simpsons too.
Next time your teacher tells you to keep your arm inside the bus window, you do it.
Well, in this case, pig pen. Keep your hands out of the pig pen. Throw the dandelions over the pig pen. Hey, yep. So, there you go. Those are my worst bites and stings experiences. I think I've got everything covered in there. I don't think I've left anything out. But yeah. And I guess, of course, mosquito bites don't really count because everyone gets those. Alright. Well, this has been Kiarza. Have a good one. As always, accepting fan art. If you wanted to submit your fan art submissions, link below. It should be there for the Discord. And yeah, that'll be all for this one. Sorry it took so long to get my video out, but things have been happening in my life. Anyways, have a good one as always. Stay safe out there as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.